Have you ever over-tightened your propeller on your DJI motor and it snapped off in your hand? I thought so. So what I'm going to do is, if you are into multi-rotors, you've probably got lots of burnt out spare motors, which I have here. This one went up in flames not so long ago, in fact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this outer case of the broken one, remove the outer case of this one here, and then place it over the top. So this motor is completely broken. One thing you have to make sure is that the screw thread is the same as what was on here. In other words, counterclockwise or clockwise. This one, I think, is a clockwise one. You can put a counterclockwise thread over the top of it, but you need to know that the propeller may be spinning in the same direction as the screw thread for undoing it. So you might want to put some thread lock on there. It is still possible, but luckily this motor that I have here is the same direction. So what I'm going to show you how to do is, if you look on the back of the motor, you've got this clip here, and you can get a screwdriver in there, and that pulls off there. And then you've also got a washer, or a couple of washers depending on the motors. These aren't genuine DJI motors, by the way, they're clones. This washer also pulls off there, and then the only thing that's keeping this on really is the magnet, and it gives quite a bit of force. In fact, it feels like it's still attached to something, but this does pull off. So let me show you that. Now you got to be real careful when doing this, because this little black clip can easily get lost. So you just want to put your little screwdriver in one of these holes here and then yank it out. You see? And then you can see here, this washer here will pull out like so. And there we go. Then this will pull out. You have to give quite a bit of a tug on it to get it out. You see it's resisting there quite a bit. There we go. And some of the motors have a washer here as well. Can you see? We've got a washer in there as well, so just be careful that that goes on to the new motor. So this is how we put the shell back onto the working motor. Make sure your washers are inside there. On this particular motor there are two, but I've had other clones where there's just one, so it depends on the motor that you've got. Just pay attention to when you take it apart how many washers there are, but this will just slot back on here like so. You put your washer back on the motor, and this is the most tricky bit. This is getting the black clip back on. So I'm going to use some pliers for that. Takes quite a bit of force. There you go. We are on. Then this is ready to go back onto the quadcopter.